guys, it is a Tuesday. It's raining. I'm very happy because we haven't had rain in ages. And I haven't watered the veg garden, so we need rain. And it's quite nippy this morning. It's only 13 degrees. It's like winter. I'm not complaining. I'm quite happy to have a bit of rain. Anyway, I've got a very nice day today because I've not got much work on. I know that's really bad, but it's going to be lovely. I've only got one job on this morning, which I'm about to go to. And then I'm free for the rest of the day, which is just wonderful. And I've said before, like with freelancing, work can be very up and down. And it's been very busy recently. So I'm quite happy to have a quieter week. And someone once said to me, and I can't remember the exact words to it, I'm useless at remembering things, but you know, when you have these kind of quiet periods of time, like not to stress too much about earning money and things like that, and just kind of enjoy it, take the rest or take the time to be able to sort out your own home, your own horses and that kind of thing, because it will pick up again, and I know it'll pick up again. So I don't get too panic stricken as long as it doesn't go on for more than a week or two of quietness. I don't get too worried. I just try and enjoy the time and like take advantage of just having a bit of quieter pace a week, because I know it'll soon pick up again and I'll be like going around going, oh my god, I need a day off. So yeah, so that's my plan anyway. I'm going to literally pop down and do these other horses now, and then I'll come back and do mine, who are very quietly, can't hear them because they're both eating. So yeah, I have plans for a big house tidy, but also I want to ride my two, and if I get time, it's not very warm today. I was going to say Bath Sienna because she stinks, but it's really not that warm today, so we'll see. Maybe this afternoon if it warms up. They could have a bath, tack cleaning. I hopefully feel quite motivated now, so I'm hoping that's going to stay through the rest of the day, and really feel like I've achieved lots today, and sort of, because there's nothing better, is there, than a tidy house, tidy yard. You just feel on top of your game then. So that is my plan anyway. And yesterday I sort of went and got horse feed, filled up the car, you know, when you like hit lots of jobs, even though they're small ones, off your list. So yeah, we were starting the week well, I must say. So anyway, I'm going to head off and go and get these horses done, and then day at home. What more could I want? Stables are done. I've left the horses in while it's raining. It's actually raining quite heavily, which is great. So I'm going to go inside, enjoy a bit of breakfast. Now, a few weeks back now, I did do a vlog on, you know, whether to go out to a show or not. I decided to be grown up and not to go to a dressage competition just because it was really expensive. Coop wouldn't really want to go anyway. And I did have plans to go to arena hire today and have a little bit of jumping fun. Now that's not happening either. And I won't lie, I feel a little bit deflated at the moment because we're not going anywhere and there's nothing on the calendar, and I just really miss not going out. But I have a new idea. It only came to me this morning, so I might try and put that into motion because that would be good. Oh, you're balanced on a lot of saddle soak products. And you're doing well there. I have come out to spare myself going insane. So I started cleaning out cupboards in the kitchen. God, that's an old depressing job. I started it full of like, yes, I can do this. Got through one cupboard easy. It was like, yeah, smashing it. Got onto another one. It was like the cupboard that's just full of junk. And like took it all out, put it on the floor, smashed something as well while I was doing it. And then you kind of look at it all and you're like, what the hell am I going to do with all this? And then you just really move it to a new location in your house, don't you? I mean, you don't really tidy up massively. I didn't get rid of much. I just moved it around more. Anyway, I've come out because I need a break from that. It's driving me insane. And I also feel kind of sad that it's now 11:30 and all I've done is clear out 2 cupboards. That is it. So I'm going to come out and ride Sienna. It's also stopped raining. It rained a bit. It didn't rain as much as I'd like, but it rained a bit. So we'll take that. So the other day, the dentist suggested I ride her in a straight bar to see if she would stop playing with her tongue as much, because obviously the bit's much more stable and it's not moving around in her mouth. Hasn't worked entirely. But I didn't want to go out and buy her just a straight bar egg butt snaffle because it's like £50 and I thought she probably won't love it, so I'm not going to go and waste my money. And actually this worked perfectly. It's not very heavy. And actually she didn't mind it. She was a little bit set on it. I'm looking above because I'm just trying to see. That's the bit I want to try. So I'm going to try. This is nice. I cleaned it before I put it away. Not. This little, I always called it a magic bit. I don't know its actual real name. Anyway, it's not ideal. It's not exactly what I'm looking for because it's still a loose ring and I really want something that's stable. However, I just wanted to see what she'd be like with the little port in it. Also the fact that it's a little bit thinner in her mouth. So I need to give this a bit of a clean, and then I just thought I'd ride her in that today just to see. I don't know if we're going to solve the tongue thing, you know. I'm not feeling that hopeful. She's not awful with it, but she just does like to play with it every now and then, and you know what dressage judges are like. They won't appreciate it. They won't appreciate that she's putting a cheeky face. Anyway, I thought I'd just try back in this today. It's a little bit stronger. Obviously, the Pelham with no curve on the back is just really a rubber straight bar. It's not particularly strong. So this is definitely a little bit stronger, but she won't set on this as much, which is why I wanted to try it, because she was just getting a little bit on the forehand. So I thought this would be worth a shot, because they won't lead on this. Anyway, get on, ride her. Then I'm going to chuck them both out. Then I might go back to the dreaded house tidy, and then I want to come out here and clean tack, and I'll ride Coop later on this afternoon. But yeah, I should have just, I don't know, done something else, not this. This is not fun. I'm regretting my decision already for a tidy day. Here are a few clips from Sienna's schooling session today. So we had scattered poles, or random poles, whatever you like to call it. Pretty much I just chucked a few poles around the school and just worked in a lovely balanced, even rhythm over the poles, changing the lines constantly, mixing it up, which kept her really occupied. It was quite fun to make up a little bit of a course with the poles. Good for her balance, good for her thinking about picking up her feet over the poles. And also because she didn't know where I was going to turn next, it really got her thinking for herself. And I say it's quite enjoyable, really, making up a bit of a course with no pressure. Also, you can do this in walk, trot and canter as long as you don't have the poles too close together, which is also handy because you then don't need anybody on the ground. You could do a few raised poles, but for me, actually just having them on the ground was perfectly good enough. Yeah, really working on the same even balanced rhythm from pole to pole. So hoping it doesn't change like Sienna just did here by popping into canter. And then I just gave her a little bit of a canter at the end. But overall, I think she's looking a little looser and a little bit more free in her movement, which is good. Just finished riding Sienna. It's just started to rain again. I didn't even realise it was meant to rain this afternoon. We're going to get a bit wet, but never mind. A good session with Sienna today. I was really pleased with that one. Slowly but surely, we're ticking things off and we are starting to paint the picture of perhaps what has been causing her, I didn't say necessarily pain, but just not enjoying her work as much. And like I say, this wasn't just in the arena, this was out hacking as well. I just knew she wasn't as happy as she should be. And I think slowly but surely we are figuring it out and it's starting to make sense. And you know when things just start clicking into place and you're like, oh yes, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's all starting to join up. And I feel really I feel more positive that hopefully we can help her and start to move in a better direction for her. So that's really good. Like I say, today's session was great. She was quite strong. That bit, interestingly, wasn't the right bit for her, but I think the little port in it was good. She still played with her tongue, but not anywhere near as much, and she wasn't very happy about the bit anyway. But I didn't think she wasn't rolling her tongue as much in it. So I'm thinking maybe a straight bar egg butt with a little port in the middle. If I can find one, that might be my next step. Preferably one not as thin as the little magic bit, because that is a very thin bit and that is quite sharp bit. Not that I have to take much of a have much contact with her, but she didn't love it, which I understand. So yeah, I feel it was a good session. Now I've got to go back in the house and look at the mess I've left. Evening, guys. I just come on to finish the vlog. Bit of a boring one, I'm really sorry. There's just nothing that exciting going on at the moment, which I'm fine with, but when it comes to vlogging it does make it quite difficult because when you've got no shows on the horizon and even with Sienna's schooling at the moment, it's all very basic stuff. It's just, there's just not much to say about. I can't really vlog masses about the horses I ride at work or schooling them because obviously they're not mine, and not everybody else wants their horses online. So yeah, there's just not huge amounts to put out there at the moment. So yeah, I might have to take a week's break or something, otherwise I'm going to bore you guys. The hair's getting even more frizzy. It's actually rained all afternoon. It wasn't forecast, but it's been quite heavy all afternoon, so that's good. Hopefully the ground's had a good watering. Won't have to do my vegetables or the flowers for the next few days, which is brilliant. Sienna's rather grumpy in her stable because she'd quite like to go back out in the field, and it's not happening because it's raining too hard out there. So yeah, she's on strike. She doesn't want a haylage. She's been quite fussy about the haylage again at the moment. She keeps chucking it into her bed, which is so annoying. You know when you do a lovely shavings bed and then you come around the next morning and she's just dumped every bit of haylage she has into the middle of it, and you just look at it and you think, really? Also, the problem is I think she pulls it all out and then she pees on it, even though she has a shavings bed at the back. She pees on it, and then of course she's like, well, I can't eat that now, I've peed on it. And you think, thanks. So I am planning on getting them some hay. I'll have to soak it, but I need to sort that tonight. Because I just think they perhaps need a break from the haylage. I do, you know, it's a little bit cheaper, not massively, but it's a little bit cheaper. And I just thought, while it's summer, haylage, I mean, actually my haylage hasn't gone off at all this summer. It's done really well, but I just think a change will do them good. So I need to sort that tonight. But I thought, I'm so pathetic. I've got a proper headache, and it's literally because I've been doing this deep clean in my house, which I have to say has failed miserably. I think I've done about 4 cupboards and a console table and the fridge and the freezer, and that is it. So the deep clean didn't really happen. I just managed a few cupboards. But even now, there's still quite a lot of stuff just dumped around the house where I haven't managed to find a new home yet. But just using cleaning products gives me such a headache. I'm so pathetic. Honestly, I'm like, get me back outside and back to work. I don't want to do this cleaning malark. Anyway, so I thought I'd come outside and do some tack cleaning instead, because I don't get a headache from tack cleaning soap. And do that instead before I go in again. But yeah, so sorry about the boring vlogs. Oh, worst of all, doing footage from Sienna's schooling today is blurry when I checked it. Yeah, I don't know, the phone must have picked up the dog afterwards or something, because yeah, I'm a bit blurry. So I don't even know if I've ended up using any of that either, but whatever, I can't do anything about it. One day these vlogs will bring me in some pennies, and then I can buy a decent camera or a decent phone or something like that. But until then, we're just gonna have to use this. But anyway, I will keep you posted on whether anything more exciting comes up that I can vlog about. Otherwise, I might take a few days, but you know, like a week or 2 off from it, and just, you know, we'll be a bit further forward with Sienna then, and we'll know what's going on with her, and yeah, maybe we'll have got out with Corporal. Who knows?